This is the island, a place full of extraordinary creatures. Here I will spend 100 days in a 10-part series with 10 days of footage on each one. This is part 2 of this series. So, will I be able to conquer this Ark? Who knows? Let's find out. Day 11 starts out with me finishing my raft house. After 15 minutes, this is how it turned out. I then took my dinos and put them in the dino storage. I then spent the whole rest of the day placing all my stuff inside the house part of this boat. And I ended day 11 by cooking some meat. Day 12 started out with me slowly but surely getting to some explorer nodes on mainland so that I could level up my Cryptoclitus. The rest of day 12 was very uneventful, but this happened. Day 12 ended with me setting sail for new lands. Morning of day 13, I flew up this tiny little metal mountain and mined all the metal there. Unfortunately, I had lost all the footage for day 14. It wasn't too eventful, but I did manage to kill an alpha raptor, which did give me an apprentice crossbow. This is the only proof I have. I crafted a full set of ghillie armor and set sail once again. Morning of day 15, I was approaching my destination. Once on land, I started construction on an Argentavis trap. Once construction was complete, I hopped on Petri and headed towards the volcano. Once I reached the volcano, I spotted a 150 Tapejara that I wanted to tame, but sadly, I failed to do so. I spent a whole 10 minutes just looking for a high-level Argentavis. Inside the volcano, I spotted a level 110 Giganotosaurus. I would come back and tame this once I had the materials to do so. A few minutes later, I spotted a level 125 Argentavis. I quickly rushed down to set up my trap. It got into the trap, but I failed to place wall, so it got out. I apologize. I do not know how I managed to lose all the footage from day 16. All I remember of day 16 is that I killed a bunch of alpha raptors for loot. I went back to my ship to drop off Petri, because I would no longer be needing her. I made a bunch of pistol ammo for my new pistol, and made a full set of chitin armor. Morning of day 18, I went up to the volcano to mine metal. Out of nowhere, I got a bunch of random loot and realized I had a Giga Heart. And there's only one way you can obtain one of those, by killing a Giga. I went to go check inside the volcano and realized a Giga had died to the lava down there. While harvesting its body, I realized my Giga Heart was gone, and then this level 95 Giga had died to the lava, and he gave me a heart. While in the snow biome killing some Uranus for pelts so I can make some fur armor, I realized that if I were to beat the island in 100 days, I would need to start picking up the slack. This means getting to the industrial stage, breeding an army of Tyrannosaurus Rexes, and a good cave mount to go get artifacts with. And in order to do all this, I would need to set up a mining base. Later, I killed an alpha raptor, and it gave me an ascending crossbow and a journeyman crossbow. Then, I headed up the Redwoods Metal Mountain, because this is where I would set up my mining base. Once at the top, I spotted this crazy level Tyrannosaurus Rex, which I was going to have to tame. Morning of day 19, I killed this baby Tyrannosaurus Rex, as I would try to feed it to the 125. I set up a bunch of sleeping bags just in case things went south. Later, I tried dragging this baby T-Rex off the cliff, but it got stuck in the cliff. Then I died to hypothermia because I was already low health. While flying around, I found this 130 male Argentavis, which I was going to need to tame. Later, I had found the 125 Tyrannosaurus Rex and led it over with a simple gunshot. This was actually my first time actually trying to tame an Evo Tyrannosaurus Rex, so I just had to save just to make sure nothing went wrong. I fed the body to the Tyrannosaurus Rex and it initiated the taming sequence. After petting the Tyrannosaurus Rex, it let me ride on top of its back. When this happens, you're supposed to run around and kill everything in your sights to build the taming effectiveness. While heading back to where I was setting up my base, I ran into an alpha Tyrannosaurus Rex, which tried to kill me. Luckily, I told my Tyrannosaurus Rex to run away while I held the alpha T-Rex off. There was no way I was going to be able to kill this thing with my Argentavis, so I just led her away into the woods and went to go get my stuff. I remembered about my Argentavis that was taming, so I fed some prime meat and it tamed in an instant. I also adopted its baby. I led my Tyrannosaurus Rex up to where I was setting up my base and named my new Argentavis Keat. My main Argentavis Athena and the baby Argentavis Ruffles. Then I started construction on my mining base. We end off at level 88, and I really have nothing else to say, so I'll see you guys in part 3.